English lesson. Casual small talk.
Task 2. Story.
Hello again. Welcome to Task 2. We are so excited to move into the next part of our journey together. Now that we've practiced our vocabulary, it's time to see how those words and phrases live and breathe in a real narrative. Today, we will study a story that weaves all 30 of our items into a single, cohesive experience. In this task, your role is just as active as before. We want you to listen to the flow of the story and focus on how the expressions change slightly to fit the sentences. Please practice shadowing the speaker. Try to repeat the sentences out loud as you hear them. This will help you start speaking more fluently and promotes better memorization of the natural rhythm of English. After this task, you can see exactly how to transition from one idea to another during a conversation. It will help you understand the context of small talk better, and it allows you to feel the emotional tone behind the words.
Story. Running into an old friend by chance. It was one of those perfect Tuesday mornings when the city feels almost too good to be real. The sun was warm, the air was clean, and Thomas was walking through the farmer's market near his apartment, a coffee in one hand and absolutely nothing urgent on his mind, which for him was a rare and beautiful thing. He had been busy as a bee for the past 3 weeks, finishing a large design project at work, and this morning was the first time in a while that he had nowhere to be and no deadline chasing him. He was simply enjoying the lovely weather and letting the morning take him wherever he wanted. That was when he ran into an old friend. "Fancy seeing you here," a voice called from behind a display of fresh bread. Thomas turned around and immediately smiled. It was Nina, a friend from his university days, someone he hadn't seen for ages. She looked exactly the same, maybe a little more confident, with paint on her jacket sleeve and a canvas bag over her shoulder. "Nina! Long time no see," he said, walking over. "How's it going? I genuinely had no idea you were back in the city." She laughed and gave him a quick hug. "Can't complain, honestly. I moved back about 2 months ago, and I've been meaning to reach out, but you know how it is. Life gets busy." "I completely understand," Thomas said, and he meant it. They stepped away from the bread stall and found a quiet bench nearby. Without even planning to, they fell easily into conversation, the relaxed, effortless small talk that only happens between people who already know each other well enough to skip the awkward parts. "What have you been up to since graduation?" Thomas asked, genuinely curious. "Last I heard, you were living abroad somewhere." "Italy, for 2 years," Nina said. "Florence. I was working on my painting there, taking classes, learning the language, badly. To be honest, my Italian never really improved, but my art definitely did." "That's amazing! And now you're back here? What's the plan? Kind of figuring that out as I go, she admitted. I have a few gallery conversations happening. Nothing confirmed yet. I'm still tying up loose ends with some pieces I want to finish before I show them publicly. Thomas nodded thoughtfully. He remembered Nina from university as someone who always had 5 projects running at once. Always creative, always slightly chaotic, but always producing something worth looking at. "Does the name Marco Bellini ring a bell to you?" she asked suddenly. "He's a gallery owner here in the city. A mutual friend suggested I contact him." Thomas thought for a moment. "The name rings a bell, but I can't place him exactly. You could try asking around. Honestly, word of mouth tends to work better in the art world anyway." "That's what I keep hearing," Nina agreed. The conversation moved easily, the way good conversations do, covering catch-up territory naturally, without feeling like an interview. Thomas told her about his design work, his recent promotion, and the trip to Portugal he was already planning for the autumn. "Portugal! That sounds good," Nina said. "I went briefly after Italy. The light there is incredible for painting." "You should give it a shot for a longer trip," Thomas suggested. "A month, maybe. It's not as expensive as you'd think." "Not to worry. It's already on my list," she smiled. After a while, Thomas checked his watch. He had promised himself a slow morning, but even slow mornings have a rhythm. He had a few small things to sort at home. Nothing dramatic, just the usual end-of-week business, tying up loose ends before the weekend properly began. "I should probably make a move soon," he said. Not wanting to, but knowing he should. "I have a busy schedule again from Thursday, so today is genuinely my only free window." "Same," Nina said. "I need to head off to the studio by 11. I have a friend swinging by at noon to look at a few pieces." "Then let's not waste the morning sitting here," Thomas laughed. They stood up and started walking slowly back through the market, past the flower stalls and the cheese stands and the small crowd gathering around a man playing guitar near the fountain. "We should get together properly soon," Nina said. "Not accidentally at a farmer's market. An actual plan, an actual meal." "You bet. 100%, Thomas agreed. "Let's not let another few years disappear. Time flies fast enough as it is." "It really does," she said quietly. They exchanged numbers again. Both of them had changed phones at least once since university, and Thomas made a genuine mental note to actually use it this time. "I'll keep you posted about the gallery situation," Nina said. "And if anything interesting comes up on your end, a good exhibition, a good restaurant, anything, let me know." "Deal."
And keep in touch this time. Properly. Properly, she repeated, as if making it official. They said goodbye at the corner where the market met the main street. The morning was still beautiful. The coffee Thomas was holding had gone cold, and he didn't mind at all. Take care, Nina. Really good to see you. You too. Have a good one, Thomas, and enjoy the rest of your slow morning. He watched her walk off towards her studio, canvas bag swinging, and thought about how strange and pretty good life could be sometimes. How you could go weeks feeling like you were just running from one thing to the next. And then, one ordinary Tuesday, completely without planning, you ran into someone who reminded you to slow down. He finished his cold coffee, pocketed his hands, and walked home smiling.
You have successfully completed the second task of our lesson on daily communication, casual small talk. It was wonderful to see how you followed the narrative and observed those vocabulary items in action. By engaging with this story, you've moved beyond simple definitions and started to feel the vibe of natural English conversation. We are so impressed with your commitment to shadowing the text out loud. This practice is building the muscle memory you need to speak without hesitation. After this task, you'll likely find that these phrases come to your mind more quickly because you've seen them used in a meaningful context. You're making incredible progress. Thank you for your focus and your effort today. Recognizing how much you've learned in such a short time is key to staying motivated. We are grateful for your participation, and we can't wait to see you apply these skills in the next stage.